those of you here today who don't know me, my name is Alexis Bortell, and I am a Texas medical refugee living in Denver, Colorado, because Texas legislators haven't been brave enough to pass real medical cannabis legislation. That's right, Denver. I say I am a Texas girl all the time, and that is true. But it took Colorado courage to pass and maintain medical cannabis legislation that allows hundreds of patients like me to live. Before I get started, I wanted to ask for a moment of silence to remember one of my heroes, Vincent Lopez, and also Teresa, Tony, and all the other patients who went to heaven this year. This is me before epilepsy when I was 7. Back then, I was a normal kid, probably just like many of your kids. I had lots of pets like chickens and dogs. I loved playing sports outdoors, but most of all, I liked spending time with my family. My life changed forever in July 2013 when I had my first seizure. There was no warning. Mom and Dad were folding clothes on the couch, so I laid down beside them to take a nap. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. Dad was talking to a nice lady doctor who said they couldn't help me at her hospital, but they were sending me in an ambulance to Dallas Children's where they probably could help me. After several days in the hospital, I was told I had epilepsy and that I was going to have to start taking medicine every day. I had never taken a medicine every day, and after a few days, I started to feel really weird. My hands and legs shook, the blackouts happened more, and I couldn't stay awake. I told my parents and doctors about it, and they said it should pass in a few weeks. It never did. The fog never went away. Every day I was afraid I would have a seizure in front of my friends at school. I was very sad and always scared because my epilepsy was causing me to go to the nurse's office almost every day, and eventually my friends knew something was wrong with me. I wasn't even allowed to go to the bathroom alone, but instead had a seizure buddy who was special like me, and we watched out for each other. I tried so many different medicines I lost count. Every night, Mom or Dad would stay up all night while I slept in case I had a seizure. After a while, I could tell they were getting frustrated because all the medicines and doctors couldn't help me. That all changed when we saw a documentary, next slide please, by neurosurgeon Sanjay Gupta called Read to Cannabis Madness. This show told the story of a little girl just like me who had intractable epilepsy but found help in Colorado taking cannabis oil that had both THC and CBD in it. After talking to my Texas doctor, we all flew to Colorado, where I met 3 more great doctors. They all agreed that medical cannabis might be able to help me, and it was worth a try. Finally, I thought I could be a normal kid again. When we got back to Texas, we decided to try to get the laws changed so that I wouldn't have to leave. We met many legislators like Representative Elliot Neistat and Representative David Simpson who agreed to help us all. Unfortunately, my work at the Capitol ended because on February 4th, 2015, I had the worst seizure of my life. That night, 911 and firemen rushed me to Children's Hospital in an ambulance, and my doctors and parents decided that my life was in danger, so it was time for me to move to Colorado and try medical cannabis. On March 4th, 2015, I got my first treatment of Haley's Hope Cannabis Oil. I have to say, it wasn't what I expected. With all the arguing in Texas, I thought it was going to be a huge deal, but it turns out it is just a brown oil. It smells like a skunk. I went 33 days seizure-free when I started Haley's Hope Oil. I got the flu and had a seizure on day 33, but hey, 33 days is much better than the old 3-day record I had on any pharmaceutical. My doctor told us to increase the amount of THC. Yes, THC, not CBD. I was taking, and I am happy to say that all the seizures went away, and today I am 451 straight days using only CBD oil. That's right, no more pills. My life is so much better now. I am now over a year seizure-free and hoping for many more. My Catholic school and teachers know I take medical cannabis and they totally support me. I also get to meet lots of patients, and I filmed several national TV specials and a documentary that will air later this year. But most of all, I can do fun things I couldn't do in Texas. I can ride a bike almost every day, but the coolest thing is that I can finally go to a sleepover at my friends' houses. So far, I've been to 5 and it's amazing. It isn't all happy though. Team Alexis is made up of many sick people. Nova, Hannah, and I are all Texas medical refugees who need THC. Yes, I said THC to help us. Please remember, every time you hear someone or some company support a low THC or CBD only law, that those laws leave most patients, including me, behind, which for some could be the difference between life and death. There is also the hard part of saying goodbye to people you care about and love. Since we started Team Alexis, many of my medical friends have gone to heaven. Vincent Lopez, who mentored me and taught me to be nice to politicians, even when they say silly things, went to heaven this year before we finished fixing Texas's laws, and I was crushed. That is why this slide will be in every speech I ever give. Vincent fought in Texas for over 10 years trying to get this medicine to everyone. The current governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has said he will not sign any medical cannabis laws as long as he is in office. Governor Abbott, Vincent may be gone, but I am here and I will finish his work. I will never stop pushing until we get whole plant medical cannabis passed in Texas. One day I hope to meet. But until then, I'm going to keep speaking out and keep reminding legislators that every patient matters. I get asked 3 main questions every time I speak. Number 1 is, what is the best thing about working with Team Alexis? And that one's just plain easy. Meeting all the patients and people and trying to help them. The second question is a little bit harder. Why do you keep saying no to CBD only, and why does Team Alexis refuse to support any CBD only legislation? First, we are not against CBD or CBD patients. We are for all patients. I think my parents taught me to treat everyone who isn't harming someone else equally. And just makes sense that our legislators should have to do the same. The third huge question I get asked is, how can I help? There are 2 big ways. First, you can donate at donate.teamalexis.org, or you can get t-shirts and other gifts at store.teamalexis.org. All of us in Team Alexis, including me, are volunteers, so your support is critical. Before I go, I want to say something to Colorado lawmakers and people. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for providing a safe place for sick people like me to come home and live a normal life, thanks to whole plant medical cannabis laws. But most of all, thank you for welcoming all of us and medical refugee families into your beautiful state. Colorado, you are amazing. Thank you.